totally brand new crossroads as a single guy. So what am I experiencing? Right now, a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of fear as to like what the future holds. You know, who am I? What is it that I want to do? I am a business owner, so I mean that's what's keeping me driven, right? Is to actually grow and scale my business. But on a personal level, there's a lot of personal self-doubt as to what the future holds. Following that, there's a lot of anger and frustration from the standpoint that, as I said, this woman that I dearly loved, that I was invested in, who also had young children when we met, who I became a stepdad with, that disappointment doesn't just involve me personally, but as a parent, right? Because I see my kids and my stepkids going through this sort of destructive questioning as to what is mom doing. And there's a really, really strong sense of betrayal. You know, the intimacy and the dynamic of our relationship that I was so comfortable and confident in. Not only that, but her friend circle played a big part in that, you know, leading her to go through the betrayal that I went through. And lastly, I'm really disappointed in myself, because as I reflect back on the past 40 years, I'm 52, you know, so my relationships, I know where a lot of that anxiousness comes from. But, you know, I lost my masculinity in it all. You know, I'm a natural born leader in all the other areas of my life. I really have a strong sense of core with being a business leader, with my friends and whatnot. But when it comes to relationships, I get soft. I become a people pleaser. I become a yes guy. And really what I think the dynamic is the sense of betrayal on her end. And personally, as you said, I need to be able to become more boundary driven, more standard driven in the relationships that I have with women.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like all of the chakras are blocked. Definitely all of the chakras.
Well, when I take a look at the chakra list right here, just based on the descriptions, that's exactly how I feel. So I would agree with you. Yeah, I need to work on all of it.
So I have a question. How do you feel when you get your ideal outcome? How does that feel? Give me the picture of that feeling that you have. You've expressed the problems. Tell me how you feel when you've achieved the solution. So imagine that for a second.
All right. You know what? I'm going to imagine that in a second. I just want a bit more clarity. So when you talk about a successful outcome, are you talking about running the gambit in every area of your life?
I mean, we can go through that outside of this, but right now, let's just talk about the relationships. But I mean, when we start to do this work, it does affect every area of your life, your health, your relationships with your family, children, and also work, finances, everything. But right now, let's just focus on the outcome, the feeling of that you have with the relationship, that outcome.
Okay, so I'm a little bit still perplexed. So you know what? I'm going to shoot from the hip, and then we'll narrow it down from there.
Yeah, shoot from the hip.
As far as romantic relationships, you know what? As far as successes go, it's not really a success. It's more a matter of having self-doubt that my alignment is out of whack with what I'm attracting. So it really is an internal journey for me right now, because I realize it has to start with me first. So the answer to your question is, I don't know.
Do you mind if I help you?
Absolutely, please do.
You trust yourself.
Do I trust myself?
You trust yourself. You find yourself trusting yourself more. You're trusting in what it is you feel. You trust yourself in relationships to allow yourself to be emotionally vulnerable. You trust the type of partners that you get or that you're dating. You trust your process. You're confident in it. Self-trust.
No, I would actually say it's opposite.
Go for it.
When it comes to romantic relationships with women, it's the exact opposite. It's not that I lack the trust. It's the fact that I don't have enough confidence to support a boundary that when something's not working out, or I trust myself to be able to navigate a difficult conversation with somebody out of a place of respect. It's just that I sweep things under the carpet. I don't really follow through on it. If something's
So healthy boundaries.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. We got it. Thank you so much for sharing, Scott. Who's next? Janet, you want to
Yes.
go?
Yes,
Let's go,
please.
Janet.
Can you hear me?
Sure. Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, thanks. I'm so bad. I'm stuck doing this on my phone.
No worries.
I feel like a kid. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I was married for 14 years before we had our son. Then had to get a restraining order and raise my baby all by myself since he was 14 months old. Essentially the first 14 months too, because my ex was never home. But so I couldn't even date at all for 15 years or so because I was the homeowner, I was the bill payer, I was the caretaker, the mom, the everything. So I had to wait till around 2012, and then my siblings wanted me to take care of my mom. It's like I never had my life to myself. They wanted her to move in with me, and I said, no, I can't do it. It's just I can't. I'm going through it was a grieving process. Of a long story, but anyway, so I have no experience basically because I met my ex in college and I didn't date much in high school. So I came from no experience, and I am not trusting myself because I always fall for the same people. And if you go for the same personality time after time, it's not them, it's you. And I keep going for the charmers and ones from my ethnic background. That's who I'm attracted to. I don't know how to not be attracted to them. So yes, setting boundaries is something I know I need to do.
So
But
Janet, it sounds like
yeah.
you're having the same circumstances that Scott is also having, all of the
Oh,
chakras as
and
well.
excuse me, my ex is from another country and he came with $60 in his pocket. I supported him the entire 17 years of our marriage. I
Wow.
literally paid for everything, the house, the car, the vacations, the furniture. There was one exception. One day we bought a VCR and we went 50-50. That was it. The phone bills would come in. He said, well, I'm not paying half. I don't use the phone. I'm like, oh, give me an effing break. So,
Okay. So
go ahead. So
I'm listening. So what I'm hearing is a lot of frustration in your space. I want to make sure that we're able to get to a few other people. I'm hearing
Okay.
that there's a lot of frustration in your space, and and because of that many years being in such turmoil and toxicity, it's likely that I'm hearing that all of your chakras are also blocked, which is interesting as well. What would your ideal relationship look like? I know you're saying that you don't know how to date, and we can work on that, right? It comes from self-trust, comes from confidence, and balancing these chakras, having coaching sessions. But what would your ideal relationship look like?
Well, I'm so used to being the caretaker and the nurturer and the provider. I want to feel taken care of. And I know I need to take care of myself, but I would like to feel like in the old days when I was married and we were at the mall and it started pouring rain and my ex would go get the car and meet me at this door entrance. And now it's like, no, it's me and my toddler and I have to do everything. And it was like that the whole time. And so I need to feel like a woman, not like or a lady, not just like the breadwinner and the one who's supposed to be responsible for everything and everyone 100% of the time. It's such
So
a
you want
burden.
to so you want to be the woman in the relationship, not the one holding everything together, bringing everyone apart. You want to attract someone that aligns with your femininity and balances that out.
Yes, I mean I value my independence and I put myself through all my college degrees too, and I'm proud of that. But on the emotional side, I want to feel cherished.
Amazing. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So for you and Scott, I would suggest, if depending on where you are in your journey, Scott definitely should book an extended coaching call with me. I'll give you the link in a few moments. and also Janet too, because there's a lot of stuff to unpack there.
Yeah, for sure.
With what you have going on. I have free 15-minute extended coaching sessions that I'm offering, and I'll give you all the link a little bit later. Who else? I see James. Thank you so much for sharing, Janet. And I don't mean to rush you. We have
No, that's
a little
fine.
bit more to
Thank you for listening. I'll
you
cry
know.
now silently.
Oh, you please
It just
release it.
it suddenly
Release that
brought up all
energy.
these emotions.
That's what this is about. That energy comes up, those emotions, those feelings come up, you're releasing that, right? Like
Yeah.
this is a validating space. This is a freeing space. It's a healing space for you to get
And I always feel
validation.
good after a good cry, so it will be
Go
relaxing.
for it.
Okay,
Go
thanks.
for it.
I'll do
Yes,
it
please
silently.
release it. James. James, I see your hand up. Are you still wanting to share? Tell me what you're experiencing, what do you want, and I'll let you know which chakra is blocked and the steps you should take to get your ideal outcome.
Okay, so I'm looking at what you have displayed, and it's kind of interesting. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I had some trauma in my life beforehand, and I did a lot of things to better myself. I'll put it that way, and to deal with it. I met someone, and I felt as though I was confident. I was, safety and I was ready to share that. Um, and I did exactly that. In my situation, I was with someone um, from a different culture from myself, and it just so happened to be a lot of things. We'll just say that there was red flags, but I can't say they were red flags. They were something that I may not have experienced, so I stayed open to it to understand it. But till later on down the road, I see later on down the road, a couple of years later, realized that they were, just some kind of a justification and just to get what they wanted. And dealing with a whole bunch of that it my confidence left, and nothing was ever reciprocated, but more or less, taken. And then I was finding myself, and I'm maybe a good word to say is people please, but what I would find myself doing was I I knew if I said something that if she didn't like it, it was 3 weeks she wouldn't talk to me. So it was kind of like, is it worth it even to say something, or just take it on the chip? So with that all said, is I'm way off balance. I'm way off balance. And I'm getting myself back on the horse. I'm doing Buddhism, yoga.
Amazing.
I got a small puppy, so I can put him on my chest like a weighted blanket, which is nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
What is your ideal outcome? So how are you feeling when you are in this partnership that is aligned with you? What is that experience at the end of it, right? Like you've gone through the healing, you've done the work. How are you feeling when you have achieved this partnership that's loving, that's healthy, that suits you? What is that like?
Well,
Take us there.
I guess that my ideal personal relationship would be is we're both equal. And equal doesn't mean is, we have the same cupcake. It's basically is some things I'm good at, some things you're good at. We can even things out. But most importantly is the communication. Need to be honest and sincere. And that's what I'm talking about, is mostly like an even playing field. And so where I don't, so I could tell you the good, bad, the ugly, but you're always
Yeah.
going to be there.
Honest, being able to have honest communication. Thank you so much for sharing, James. What is likely blocked in your chakras is the root chakra, that sense of feeling safe. The solar plexus, the ability to have the confidence to speak up for yourselves, stand for your ground, and trust your third eye, which is your intuition, trusting what you see as something that is giving you an experience that you don't feel comfortable with. And then that throat chakra, being able to express openly, like being able to say, hey, I don't like this, I don't feel good with this, and having that that space to be able to express yourself freely, and then also stand in your power and say, like, I don't have to take this either. So I would recommend that you do the meditations. And I'll put that link in a little while. They're self-led. You can also do an extended 15-minute coaching call with me if you'd like. But yeah, those are the chakras that I get that are blocked currently. The root chakra, feeling safe in relationships, confidence, feeling confident and knowing that what you want is enough. And you can have it. Throat chakra, being able to express yourself and say, like, I don't like this, or this is what I want. The intuition, that gut feeling from the third eye, being able to say, I trust my inner knowing, my inner feeling, my inner experience. And it's likely that your heart has been closed because you were hurt and betrayed. So thank you so much for sharing. We really appreciate you sharing your experience. And then I'm going to go through. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Oh, thank you so much for participating. And I see AD. AD says, I tend to give up a lot of myself to satisfy my partner. I have so little faith that someone will love me for me and that things will come naturally. I tried too hard and eventually burn out. It's hard to keep up a fake persona. Huge, right? We're going to get into that. I eventually get upset, which leads me to lash out and possibly ruin any future relationship opportunities. So we're talking a little bit about regulation, feeling safe, being able to confidently express yourself, feeling balance within yourself. I've set my walls up high and tend to avoid relationships because I feel like eventually I'll be left disappointed and broken. I don't trust my partner or myself. AD, this is the first session where I've had more than one person that's had all of their chakras blocked. AD, it sounds like likely all of your chakras are blocked, honey. I would recommend a extended coaching session, and we could build out a plan from there to see what fits you.